My name is Troy Sanders. I'm the sales director for Fabco-Air, which as of 5 years ago is a member of Festo Group. Fabco-Air's goals is to grow significantly, right? Being a key player in the imperial pneumatic actuator market, we've already doubled in size the past 5 years and want to triple the business in the next 3 to 5 years. It's pretty ambitious goals, and to do so, we're going to need some ambitious partners, and that's where KYKLO helped us the most. When first taking responsibility for Fabco-Air sales, we had a lot of challenges on our hands. One of the biggest was to modernize and professionalize the brand and really scale up our online marketing presence. We were generating very few leads overall, and really we're not high on people's search radars when looking for interchangeable pneumatic cylinders. So originally, when we first looked at Fabco-Air's branding and marketing presence, we had an outdated online store and an outdated website. And that really wasn't an attractive experience for a lot of our new customers. And so although we had an old e-commerce site, it was very limited in functionality, limited in scope, didn't really have a good reach, and was complicated both for our customers to use and for our internal teams to process. And so long term, it wasn't a viable option for us. We first focused on the website, but that was incomplete, and we realized that for our customers to have a complete online experience, we needed a more modern online shop, and that's really where KYKLO came in. KYKLO's platform was more modern, but our biggest challenge wasn't actually what they had to offer, but actually getting the stakeholders buy-in that this was the right solution for us at that specific time. KYKLO stepped in big at that point and really helped me out huge by providing us a lot of data. First, they benchmarked our current website and SEO versus our key competitors, showing the missed opportunities we had. They also showed a lot of data of where a lot of our buyers were actually moving online, something that we were neglecting for in years past. And finally, they provided ROI metrics to really help me sell this finally to my stakeholders, get this approved, and let us move forward with KYKLO overall as a solution. One other challenge we came across through the Fabco acquisition was that our data was not so hygienic. And we really had no enriched data for an online presence. And so that's where KYKLO's main core competency was, to step in and provide us this really valuable and high-ranking SEO enriched data. And it's not just the data itself, because it's great and it really helps us appear on many of the search platforms, but the delivery model is very flexible, and that's really what appealed to us when working with KYKLO. Obviously, we have it using our own web store. Our channel partners who have also partnered with KYKLO can also have access to it. And then finally, if there's a certain channel partner that has their own web store, KYKLO will also syndicate that data to them too. So it's really valuable. Whatever the solution that the channel partner needs, we can then fit for them. So when considering our options, we either could partner with a company such as KYKLO or develop our own internal e-commerce site. And honestly, we didn't have the funds, expertise, or time necessary to do an internal project. It's something that a lot of people think it's an easy fix to develop your own e-commerce website, develop your own enriched data, but honestly it's a really costly approach with a dedicated resources and a ton of time that you can sink into this without any really fruitful results. So we also considered other e-commerce solutions, but to be honest, no one else really played in our space. Even the company who helped us develop a new website, which we love, it would still be trying to modify an out-of-the-box solution that is not meant for the industrial space to our specific needs. KYKLO came in huge for us, and they were able to modify and adapt their e-commerce platform based on our needs, but it wasn't a big step for them because they were already very familiar with a lot of other companies in the industrial space, which gave us an opportunity to access customers that historically we were underserving. So when we first started working with KYKLO, we were a bit concerned. We had really not a lot of product management experience, but we understood we had a lot of challenges, including our data itself was really incomplete. In order to start working with a lot of other e-commerce companies, we would have had to invest a lot of resources and develop an entire team to do that. We weren't at that point able to do that and make those types of investments. And so with KYKLO's help, it really was almost a turnkey solution for us. I mean, with their customer success team overall, we were able to get started without investing in a single extra headcount, actually. And we had some additional team members have a little bit of resources from their daily work to help support this effort, but now it's up and running with minimal engagement other than order processing from the internal resources at Fabco. So after getting the KYKLO project approved, that wasn't our only challenge along the way. Obviously, we had some other internal stakeholders, mainly the users who are responsible for our internal processes, who are also typically more resistant to change. They've seen and were more experienced with our old e-commerce website and weren't so sure about what KYKLO was. And to be honest, it wasn't really a big learning curve for our team. We had several meetings with KYKLO's customer success team, which really helped us ultimately be successful. Their hands-on approach really benefited us here. But overall, we got everyone bought in. And right now, honestly, it takes maybe 10% of someone's capacity every few days or weeks to really keep up with the system overall, and is not a burden at all. And honestly, it's been a huge benefit, not just in generating additional revenue for us, but primarily generating new customer leads for our channel partners, which historically we had not done. And it's been really well received by them, and we get a lot of great feedback on a daily basis. What surprised me the most, actually, was how amenable KYKLO was and how they were able to tailor their product to my specific business needs. For example, right now we're only able to ship from the factory to a place within the United States, and so they made sure the business rules were such that any order coming in internationally came and was converted into a lead. Beyond that, they also created a selector tool to help guide our customers to a specific product they're looking for. And finally, something that was more unique, actually, is that since our product is configurable and we only have discrete SKUs for the parts that we've actually sold before, KYKLO is able to generate the more likely to be ordered SKUs in the future, helping again to increase traffic to our web store and increase the number of customers coming to us, increase the number of leads than we generate for our distributors. For us, we actually got the web store up and running in 3 months, where we're just getting RFQs, so leads essentially. And then within a year, we were actually already able to transact and process orders fully, which was way faster than my original expectations. Our online traffic doubled within a year. At that same period, our lead count also went up by 5 times what we had over the same period in the previous year. It was really impressive. And then beyond that, our web store, after its first full year of being online, we're up to basically 30% above the peak previous web store sales that it had ever achieved. And that's reaching new customers and new markets and helping us to develop new business overall. Typically, classically manufacturing, we have a couple of locations where we can get leads, right? So events, publications, word of mouth, etc. But we found that the KYKLO is actually one of our greatest lead generation tools, now accounting for over 60% of our overall leads. By spend, obviously the ROI is way more beneficial on the KYKLO portion. That's not to say that in-person meetings, in-person events aren't important, but as we start to see those younger buyers, especially the millennials and the next generation beyond them, go to online, we really need to have all of our bases covered, and this really gives us now a more holistic solution to cover all potential buyers, whether it's in person or online. So when KYKLO and I started working together trying to convince the stakeholders at Fabco to buy into this solution, we put together an ROI calculation that estimated that within the 3 or 4 year time window, this platform would pay for itself. But we were actually all shocked when it started paying for itself by the end of the 2nd year. And now going into the 3rd year, we're actually seeing such impressive results that we'll likely see the system pay for itself 3 times over, and from here it's only going to go up. And so it's one of the easiest decisions we've had to make, and something looking back, if I could do it again, I gladly would. Many of our channel partners have a lot of our information, documentation available on their websites, but the speed and the degree of detail that they need is sometimes beyond what some of our channel partners have. And as a manufacturer, we can't only rely on our channel partners to be the sole source of information for our products online. And that's really where the KYKLO web store can come in and help us be an additional resource so that we're more visible online and then can eventually redirect our customers to our channel partners. Many of the buyers are going online, and if you don't have an online presence, it's going to be a very difficult road ahead. Not to say it's the worst thing, but try and have a partner to do it instead of trying to reinvent the wheel yourself. If another manufacturer approached me and asked me if I would recommend KYKLO, it would be yes. It's a good decision. I'd recommend you do it as well.